Namaste people, this is Nakshatra from India. Sending you best wishes on this National Coming Out Day. 11th October is celebrated annually as National Coming Out Day to celebrate coming out, to raise awareness about LGBTQ community and civil rights movement. So our Moovz is back with a new coming out project where we are gathering individual story about their coming out. So just have to record your coming out video and upload it on Moovz with a description #coming out. I believe coming out has 3 steps and I proudly followed those 3 steps. The first and very crucial one is self-acceptance, because when you are very much confident about your own identity, it becomes very easy for others to accept you without any hesitation or without struggling too much. I always knew I am different, but when you grow up in such a social condition where a man and a woman are always together and there is no other option. I first realized I like boys when I was 14 years old and we were living in a village that time. There I didn't even have internet facility or library to check about this issue, so I was very confused and I lived in that confusion for almost 2 years. So when I moved back to city, I came back to Mumbai where I belong. I went to cyber cafe and on Google I typed I am boy and I like boys. This is how I figured out there are words like gay and homosexuality and LGBT and etc. So even before that, I never ever heard about these words, from anybody. As soon as rational reasoning started happening, I decided to come out to my parents because I always shared everything with them. This was the only thing I kept as a secret. So I decided I should go ahead and, tell them, despite I was expecting a very harsh reactions. So I remember that day, I was 17 that time. We were sitting on dining table. I told them, you know what, I think I like boys. I use word think because I didn't want to drop a bomb on them by making a statement, you know what, I like boys. So, of course, as expected, very harsh reactions. My mom was very panicked, my dad was shocked, and I had to hear a lot of things which were very harsh at the moment. I locked myself in my bedroom. I had my emotional moments, but being honest, I felt very relieved. I thought I was carrying a huge burden over my head and I just dropped it. I was feeling very free. My parents thought it's a phase and I will move out of this phase someday, but every day I was getting very confident about my own identity. I started getting associated with local LGBT groups. I started participating actively in the local events for the community. And I was very happy with the way my life was going. Finally, my parents were observing me and they realized that this guy is not going to change. He's not gonna be so-called straight again. So they came up with a deal. My parents said, you wanna be gay, but this is just a secret between 3 of us. And I was more than happy because that time I never had plans to come out in front of media or come into films and talk about these issues. So I was more than happy. My parents are allowing me to do the stuff which I want to. So I said, okay, I accept this. They said, the deal is you have to keep it a secret until you finish your graduation, get a good job and settle down and do well. I was happy, but I kind of broke their promise just 1 month before I could finish my graduation. I received a Facebook event invitation of Asia's first LGBT flash mob, which was happening in Mumbai in 2012. I was 21 that time. And it kind of excited me because being a dancer and something related to my community I thought I should give it a try. And I went there, they gave me front row, center spot, and we went to Marine Lines to perform flash mob. We performed flash mob and next day India's a leading daily newspaper posted a color picture with the article and I was officially out. Ta-da! And that was something really epic. I was happy because how many people get such a grand coming out with their country's leading newspaper? But phone calls started ringing in at home and My relatives called my dad and started asking what's wrong with this guy. My dad denied. He said he just went into support and he's not part of community. But I think I had enough. I lived something and I tried to be something which I'm not. I didn't want to pretend and live a fake life. So I decided to make a statement. I attended Mumbai's LGBT Pride March and I clicked wonderful pictures there. And I uploaded them on my social networking sites. My pictures made a statement for me and I was officially out. And fortunately, I never ever faced any incident of homophobia or mocking or anything sort of that and I always believe when you're very confident about your own identity, it gets easier for people to accept you. I never came out as I'm crying or begging for acceptance. I always came out, either you want to accept me or not, I don't care, I'm still rock, but this is something I want to let you know because I am here and I will not keep quiet. My sexuality is a part of my identity and I don't think there is any need to feel ashamed of who you are because that's what I am and this is the way God made me. And I always carried this agenda even when I was a very shy teenager who was very confused about his own identity. From that to being an award-winning filmmaker or somebody who was doing advocacy for LGBT community and now being an actor who's soon going to portray this LGBT characters in a positive manner on a big screen. So this was my coming out story and I want to hear yours too. So kindly record your own coming out story and upload that video on Moovz with the hashtag coming out. And don't forget to check Debbie Vivi's upcoming amazing video about coming out which is coming very soon on Moovz. And don't forget to join Moovz and follow me there. Have a good day.